25 years, I have literally been chasing around the world interviewing these great performers. And there's a fair amount of them that are in this room, believe it or not. A lot of them are in the front rows, these great speakers here this weekend. Haven't the speakers been unbelievable? Yeah, let's give them a hand. Unbelievable. The greatest performer I believe I ever interviewed in 25 years was a gentleman named Bill Gove. Bill Gove. Bill Gove was known around the world as the father of the professional speaking industry, and one of the great keynote speakers of all time, one of the most successful, and the greatest trainer, the most successful trainer of professional public speakers of all time. Matter of fact, many of my good friends here speaking this weekend were trained over the last 40 or 50 years by the great Bill Gove. I went to his speech workshop in 1996, had a dream being a speaker, talking about all these interviews, these things I had done and all that, like a lot of us do, and my life changed. I mean, it sounds cliche, but it just changed. The guy was a genius, and I knew it in 5 minutes when I met him. I knew he was an absolute genius. As a matter of fact, here's an aside here. Here's just another freebie for you. If you want a secret, we're not talking about this necessarily, but if you want the business secret, the #1 business secret I've learned of the world class in terms of making money, like you do it and money follows you, and you do it and money follows you directly. Here it is, just as a bonus. Go speak. Oh, you don't have to be Brian Tracy or Jim Cathcart or Don Hudson or Dan Carroll or any of these great speakers. You don't have to be these guys. Just go speak. Go talk to 5 people. Go talk to 10. Go just talk to groups of people about what you do and watch the money flow like water. It makes sense. It's the greatest marketing tool I've ever seen. The world class use it every day, and most people ignore it to their peril. I mean, if you want to recession-proof your business, go speak. Go to Bill Gove's program. Let's see. Speechworkshop.com. Speechworkshop.com. So anyway, I went to the program. My life changed. I went into business with Bill Gove. We became fast friends and business partners. And for the last 5 years of Bill's life, I met him when he was 84. For the last 5 years of his life, we traveled around the world giving speeches. We were very, very fortunate. Right off the bat, we started getting dates. It was very lucky. And we traveled around the world, and I had 5 years with this brilliant genius. And besides speaking, one of the things I learned is one of the great secrets of the world class. It just said Bill Gove was the best I've ever seen at this. And here it is. He had the ability to take a pressure situation, you know, like a lot of us are in right now with the economy and all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world, right? Take a pressure situation and through the use of humor, offset the pressure and enhance his performance. Now, this is a classic. This is a regular trait of world-class performers. They know this and they all use it. Bill Gove just is the best I've ever seen in 25 years at it. Never seen anyone that good. Just incredible. Don Hudson was telling me a funny story that about Bill Gove, and the same kind of thing, just a light, funny story that he shared with me earlier today about Bill Gove. And just, he was amazing. I'll give you a, for instance, we're speaking in New York City. Do we have any New Yorkers in the room? New Yorkers? Okay, we got some New Yorkers. Hey, there we go. New Yorkers always come. Yeah, New York, yeah, yeah. I love New York. I'm from Chicago originally, but I love New York. I love New Yorkers. It's the toughest city in the world to give a speech. They're tough. They're fair. They're fair audiences, but they're tougher than nails. You either bring it or you go home. They'll walk out. I mean, they're tough. So we're in New York City speaking. Bill's about 85, 86 years old, and we're speaking to the toughest group you can speak to, I believe. The top 500 trial lawyers in America. They got the black suits on. They just looked mean in the audience. You guys look nice. They looked mean. You know, they look tough. So get this. Bill Gove walks out on stage. Walks out, trial lawyers there looking kind of mean. He goes, "Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my client's alleged to have killed his wife, chopped her up into little pieces, stuffed her into a suitcase. He was apprehended at the Mexican border. A piece of her thumb was hanging out." Now I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking my client's a killer, a maniac, a beast. Chances are I don't see it that way. A sloppy packer, yeah, you know. We were speaking in Kansas City one time, 7,000 salespeople. Bill, again, 85, 86 years old, I forget at the time, he's so excited. We're 30 seconds before we go on, right? big crowd, sold out, the whole bit. You can feel the stage rattling, the thunder of the audience from the speaker before. And Bill's backstage going, ha ha, baby, oh yeah, ha ha, oh, Stevie, it's gonna be a big night. Oh yeah, big audience, love it. 85 years old. And I'm sitting back there going, Bill, I'm scared. I'm terrified. I need advice. And the biggest crowd I'd ever spoken to was maybe 30 or 40 people. Now I'm looking at 7,000 people. Then I'm not making this up. I spoke at a Denny's the night before for 8 people at the West Palm Beach Kiwanis Club. And I was a little scared there. So I said, all right, Bill, I'm scared. And he goes, you're the mental toughness coach. How can you be scared? You're supposed to be tough. I said, Bill, I'm scared. Forget that. Forget all that stuff. I just talk about it. I can't do any of it. Come on. And he says, all right, kid, I'm glad you asked. I do have some advice for you, but listen carefully, kid, because I don't have a lot of time. We got to go on in about 15 seconds. He said, Steve, it's a big crowd. It's a big night. He said, if you were ever going to screw up a speech, tonight would not be the night to do it. Thanks, Bill. Thanks for nothing. He was just, I miss him. He was a lovely man. He was unbelievable, and just a genius.